come on back with me or go to your spot. Maybe you're not moving back, but wherever you can get into your yoga space. Happy Friday. I'm so glad that you're here. And as we arrive on our mat, we're just going to take a seat today. A cross-legged seat. We're coming down super gently if possible. Try to come down with no hands. I love to take my time getting to the mat. So maybe we drop to a knee and then find our other knee and shift around a little bit. When you're ready, see if you can use no hands and have a seat. Situating yourself with your sits bones back, kind of doing a little wiggle on your mat to move your hips back from your kneecaps. And when you get steady, let's bring our right shins in front of our left, placing our hands on top of our knees here and doing that little shimmy side to side to move the flesh out from under our sits bones. If it feels a little stuck, just use your hands and move that free. But when we're ready, we're using hands today to lift our hearts and bellies forward. Take a big inhalation. Open your throat, look skywards. And as you exhale, push into your palms, sending your back behind you, chin tucking down towards navel. And we'll try that twice more. Big, beautiful breath in, welcoming you to your practice. Full exhalation. And on our last round, let's see if we can move a bit within our cow shape. As we bring our bodies forward, move a little to the sides. You're welcome to exhale while we're moving, or you can continue reaching really to the tip top of your skull with an inhale. Whenever your next exhale comes, let's press our backs away. Angry cat shape, but let's move here as well. Kind of like we're squishing and squeezing out every little last bit of old, stagnant air. Whenever you feel an in-breath coming on, let's roll our bodies back up to rise and sit tall, switching the cross of our legs. Left shin in front of the right. Clasping your hands, actually clasping today, behind your skull. And we're going to put some weight into our neck. But as we drop our chin, making sure we're seated really tall, even as we duck down. So let's press a bit with our palms on our skull. Chin tucks towards your chest. But now let's think about lifting from the backs of our ears, the back of our spine, the back of your shoulder blades, and even your hip bones, helping you to sit very long. Pulling elbows towards one another and dropping down maybe a bit more deeply, hopefully feeling a sensation under and in between your shoulder blades. One more big breath in here, and we'll roll back to full seated on our exhalation. Let's open our arms. Such a simple stretch, but if you think about what we do all day, every day, what are we doing? Well, we're driving, we're cooking, we're typing, we're texting, we're reading. Whatever we're doing, usually we're here. So it's so nice just to open. How often, unless we're running to hug someone, do we just hold our arms and our chest wide? Sending you some love today. My heart is sending love to you. Clasp your hands behind your low back and press your knuckles towards the floor. Or if your knuckles are touching the floor, you can flip your palms and try to press your palms onto the mat behind you. It's a great little wrist stretch. Hopefully your heart is rising like a helium balloon, lifting skywards. And when you're ready to exhale next time, we'll tuck our chins, look forward, move our hands back, and let's roll around the corner for tabletop. Warming up into our wrists and our shoulders now. Since our focus today is on our hips, we're going to bring our knees and our toes to touch, a narrow tabletop. And let's start a little shift of our hips side to side. Think about a puppy dog wagging his tail. That's the motion we want here. But I will ask you to draw your navel up and in so your low back is protected as we sway. Now, if you feel tight in one of your outer hips, or maybe in both, just pause in that spot. You can linger there or you can pulse. Shift to the other way, check in over there, making sure we don't need any extra love or extra pulsing on any one side. And when things feel pretty good side to side, let's start to move forward and back. You're welcome to come all the way back to child and then all the way forward. We are hoping with this movement to warm up our wrists, our shoulders, even into our forearms. And an even better way to do all of the above is by tenting our fingertips, coming up to the finger pads. But as you do, I would like you to try to suction your finger pads together like you're going to crumple the mat up under the heel of your hand. Last add-on, yogis. Are you able to roll a little cat-cow here? Watch how we do that. Drop the navel as you slide back. Ski slope in your back. And then roll your navel up to your spine, arching your cat, angry cat back as you come forward to table. Inhale, cow, child's pose. Exhale, cat, tabletop. 2 more like this. Breathe in as you scoot back and out as you come back forward. In and out. Let's lengthen everything we just moved. Bringing hands flat this time. Underneath our shoulders, knees, underneath our hips. Tuck your right toes back and just feel that amazing calf stretch. Yogis, if you happen to be near a wall or a piece of furniture, you can use your left hand and push into the wall if you're close to it. If you push into the wall, you'll get an extra little stretch. So it might be worth a little crawl around your space to find that. This is one of my favorites. Release when you're ready. You're welcome to linger in any posture. Tuck your left toes back. Give a little pulse forward and back if that feels nice, or just pause and breathe in stillness. Optionally using your right hand now to push away. Stretch out through the bottom of your foot. And slowly release when you are ready. Taking a few thread the needles, let's restack our body. And we're gonna lift our right arm skywards. Take a huge open stretch. As you wrap around under left arm, can you touch your left shoulder blade? Wrap up, give yourself a big hug, and then try again, yogis. Breathe in, wrap under, we call this thread the needle, and then try to grab onto your left shoulder blade. Let's twist our hips open to the right, twist our hips towards the left. One more time, a big stretch up and in, but this time let's land. So we're gonna thread the needle, send our right palm down to crawl as far out as we possibly can, stretching our left arm skywards once we land on the right side of our skull. Let your left arm drape around your low back or reach it for your right inner thigh. Ooh, one of the best shoulder stretches. I love it. Now we've got lots of twists and turns going on in our bodies, so let's try to slow our breath down and allow it to weave slowly through this maze we've created. Re-stretching left arm to the sky, plant it down under your shoulder and re-stretch right arm back to the sky. Huge twist, release. When you're ready, take a little sway, come back to your palms, and we'll start the other side. Same thing, yogis. Lifting your left hand, just stretch open on the first one. Stay extra, it feels so good. Come on down. As you thread the needle, try to tap or hug your right shoulder blade. Inhale again. Wrap around so far that you can crawl fingers over the shoulder blade. Try twice more. Last time, we'll stop teasing this twist and we'll get into it. Next time you thread your needle, send your left palm towards the ground, walk it out. Take your palm down and wiggle fingers, and then start to rest your left skull down. You're welcome to stretch overhead. I enjoy the one around low back, so possibly reaching right arm to sky. Take it around your low back, just drape it. And if you happen to touch your left thigh, lift your ribs and wiggle your fingers to hold your inner thigh there. That's a nice twist, isn't it? Wherever you feel sensational, send energy and attention down there. Where our breath goes is where our energy flows. So we want to really breathe into the spaces that feel something. Top arm falls. Put it under your shoulder so that you can boost yourself up. Big breath. And then as soon as you rise, lift your left arm again. Bring it back to life if it got a little tingly. Release back down. Downward facing dog. Let's spend some time here today. Toes tuck, hips rise. As you press through your palms, your head scoots back behind your elbows. Your chest glides to your thighs. And let's take a look up towards our navel so you can stretch through the backs of your necks. Lifting your heels, give a big old hug. Your heels giving a squeeze or a hug on your calves. Press back down. Try a couple more like that, but think about this hug. Maybe this time our calves are squeezing and hugging our shins. Press back down. As you rise, think about your kneecaps pulling up and giving your thigh a hug. Press back down. Right leg rises. Take a breath in, three-legged dog. Looking forward and stepping it outside your right pinky finger. So when you arrive, let's make sure that our knees are over our heels. And if you get stuck, grab your ankle and help it forward so your joints are safely stacked. Bringing both hands inside your right big toe. Let's kneel for our first lizard lunge. Left knee down, top of foot can fall flat. Moving your left hand off to the side so you can bring your right hand to the inner knee. Let's take a moment here to just push your knee away. So if you get drippy in your hips here, you might find the space to lean back. If you're feeling like you can't get your hips down, try to widen your stance or make it longer. We always want more space in our practice. Give yourself another big breath in. When you're ready to release, unwind. Turn right toes back forward. Elevate left leg and bring your kneecap back to life. Move a little bit. Press back to down dog when you're ready. Take a huge breath in, yogis. Lift your heels and sigh back. Left leg, inhale, three-legged dog. When you're ready, look to your left pinky finger and step your foot outside your left pinky finger. Landing in this lizard lunge, remembering to stack your joints, knee over ankle on the left side. Then let's land our right knee and possibly your shin and top of foot. You're in lizard, welcome here. Feels good. Let's try to move right hand out, give ourselves space. Let your hips get drippy. And your left hand is gonna push a little bit, just a guidance to open your inner thigh. As soon as you did that, don't you feel like you can really breathe, like send breath down to your hip. Imagine these are your lungs down low and you're gonna fill them with air. Lean back a little bit more on this last inhalation. And when you're ready, exhale, hands down, left toes turn back forward. Elevate your right knee, give it a little movement so your kneecap feels great, and push back, downward facing dog. Yogis, lift your heels, breathe in. Breathe out, exhale, heels back, chest back. Look to your pinky fingers. Whatever foot makes you happy, step outside that pinky. Opposite foot follows. We find ourselves in any depth, yogi squat. Hips are sinking, chest is rising. I'm pretty low. You don't have to be low. If it feels better for you to be up, be up. Wherever you can, use something to press your inner thighs open. So whether it be your hands, your elbows, your forearms, just take a second. While we're here, we're strengthening. We're getting more flexible and mobile, but we want to protect. So let's pull our pelvic floor up and in so our bladder muscles stay strong. We also feel a little engagement there of our lower abdominals, hopefully. Nice work, yogis. Hands down, feet parallel to one another, hips rise, wide leg, forward fold. We are rolling to rise for the first round. So maybe we drag our fingers up our body, starting at the tops of our toes, all the way up, passing the kneecaps. Drag them up your sides, over your throat and skull, reach to the sky. Come on back to yogi squat. Hands can come anywhere every time we lower. I'm gonna bring mine to heart center. Sinking down. If you wanna make it a harder, more active squat, stay buns above your knees. More in the flexibility realm, hips sink low. Wide leg forward fold, lift your hips. Exhale, release your head. Right leg takes a long lunge back. We are back in our lizard lunges. Adding on this time, yogis, let's bring the right fingers out. And as you push on your left knee, this time we are rolling the blade edge of our right foot onto the floor. Once you arrive, you'll be able to let your hip, the right hip, really sag. Back foot flat on the blade, let your hip sag, and then do something with your left hand. You can continue pushing. I like to reach mine towards that back foot, feeling a huge right side body stretch. It's hard work for the shoulder, so if you're shaky, that's normal. Breathe in here, yogis. Stay longer if you'd like, or exhale, come back with me. Lizard lunge. Back heel is lifted. We step forward into yogi squat active, hips up higher. Really deepen the flexibility, hips down lower. Turn toes out to accommodate knees, tracking over middle of feet. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Try to align the top of your head with your tailbone. Pull your belly up and in. Re-forward fold. Left leg takes that long lunge back. It's wide. We're coming back to our lizards. As you arrive, yogis, keep your back leg lifted. Step your left hand out a bit and use your right hand to push your inner thigh open again. Can you roll to the blade edge of your back foot? Now, sometimes when you find this option, you might notice, watch what my front foot had to do there. I had to kind of walk it out and back. So really listen to your body so you get somewhere that feels like a breath of fresh air. Let your left side body sink if it feels good. If you feel uncomfortable in your left shoulder, make sure your wrist is right under your shoulder. Some adjusting could be necessary. Would you like to reach with your right hand? I like to reach and look at my back toes. Breathe into your left side. When you're done, exhale and windmill around the corner, lifting your left heel, pushing back this time, downward facing dog. Next inhalation, we roll forward into plank. Option every plank to drop your knees. When you're feeling great, chaturanga, tricep push-up, elbows hug your ribs. Into the mat we go, walking toes back, and we'll take our fingertips behind our ears, just floating the backs of our arms skywards, pressing through all toes to boost us high, hovering your nose as far above the mat as possible. Lengthening again, pulling your crown from your tail, shoulders from your hips, and pushing toes away. Big breath in. Exhale, hands come down wider than chest or shoulders to give us a little extra boost. We're gonna lift into a baby cobra here. Keep squeezing your elbows back towards your hips. Big breath in. Exhale, release. Push back. Child's pose. Very active in our arms. They are stretching forward. They could be tented on the mat, really activating our underarms. Flatten them back out, walk them out further, tuck your toes, rise your hips, downward facing dog. Getting pretty cozy here, aren't we? Move as it feels good, yogis. I encourage you to explore. How about we bend our knees, alternate that. That feels so good. Find some sassiness in your hips. Let them sway like you're walking the catwalk. And when you're ready, we're gonna look and let's step, or for a little challenge, bend your knees and hop out to yogi squat. Did you make it? Congratulations, the hopping is fun, isn't it? All right, where is your favorite version of yogi squat? Can you open your inner thighs some more? Would you like an arm challenge? Left arm rises overhead, big breath in. Do your eye gaze want to follow your fingertips? I love to get a little spirit fingers, jazz hands, make them free and happy. Left fingers fall. Right arm, the challenge is on. Reach, possibly looking. Release. Good work, yogis. Turn your toes forward, feet parallel. Lift your hips, wide leg forward fold. Hang heavy. Let's hinge to rise this time. Soften your knees, halfway lift, top of head is far from tailbone. Soften your shoulders, potentially even reaching them back behind you, and tuck your chins. The back of your neck is very long. Soft bend in your knees, sweep your arms to the sky, flat back rise. Big breath in. Step, toe, heel, or hop your feet together. Big inhale, extended mountain pose. Extra inhale if you can, lifting out of your heels. Grow taller with that inhalation. Exhale, release heels, release fingers, float to forward fold. Right leg, left leg, back, we go. Downward facing dog. Hips are high. Right leg rises. And as soon as you lift that leg, yogis, look in between your thumbs, crunch your knee to your chest, and step in between your thumbs. Finding a wide, very wide pyramid pose. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, let the blade edge of your back foot, your left foot fall. Move right fingers inside your right knee and sweep your left arm open. Really low triangle pose. So if you feel uncomfortable here, come back, climb up your right shin, and then reach left arm skywards. I never mind where you land, as long as anywhere you land, you're feeling like, ooh, that feels good. I feel long. I feel full of breath. I feel really spacious. So let's find that. Let's pull our right armpits away from our hips. Spread our fingers far from one another. Really tug our tails away from our crowns. Big breath in. As you exhale, would you like to wrap your arm around your low back? Would you like to reach for your right inner thigh? Try to wiggle your fingers down there. I have a big challenge for you. Big breath in. Watch me if you're unsure about this. We're going to take our eyes towards our right fingers, bend our right knees, spring the back foot forward, and find yogi squat with our left arm still wrapped around our low backs. How about that yogi squat? You can have any height, you know. One more big breath in. When you're ready, release the left arm. Bring it forward. It's probably going to feel pretty noodly and warm. Give it a second. Wide leg, forward fold, feet parallel. You decide, yogis, would you like to roll or lift halfway and hinge to standing tall, extended mountain? Hop your feet together. Inhale, extra sip at the top. Maybe your heels float up. This air is like helium. You're just floating to the clouds. Heels melt. Exhale, release. Left leg takes that long lunge back. Right leg, back to dog. Take a breath in here. Maybe you're filling up. Your heels might be rising again. Maybe you're swaying side to side. I encourage you to do whatever feels nice in your bodies. Left leg, inhale, three-legged dog. Look at your thumbs. Step right between them. Exhale, pyramid pose. If you feel like you're on a tightrope here, widen your feet a little bit or a lot, whatever makes you happy. Let's try to squeeze through the inner thighs. A little scissoring to engage our hips. And bring your left fingers inside your left big toe as you plant the blade edge of your right foot. Right arm rises. You're in the low version of triangle. So now you know if it's too much, unwind, slide up the left shin. Any height is great. Also, we can lessen the intensity by moving the top arm down somewhere close to our chest. Now, once you've found what feels good, how can you make it feel better? By breathing expansively, opening somewhere new. Oh, it's so good. Let's try one more just like that. Feels good to breathe in slowly and mindfully, being with our bodies. As you exhale, top arm comes down. Oh, I lied, my bad. As you exhale, top arm wraps your low back. Excuse me. And then as we wrap it, maybe you want to use your right fingers to grab your left inner thigh. So it's okay if you don't do this. You're welcome to just yogi squat vanilla version, plain vanilla. When you're ready, you do look down for real. Bend your left knee, lift your right heel, and spring that back leg forward. But as you do, the right arm stays wrapped in yogi squat. Pretty cool, huh? Getting a great shoulder stretch. A wonderful hip opener. Try one more breath in here. And when you feel ready, release your little limp noodly right arm. Give it a second. Turn toes parallel to one another and lift your hips. Take a big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Yogi's choice, hinge or roll to the sky. Hop your feet together, or step or toe heel, and grab your right wrist. Now option, this is gonna be crazy hard on the balance. Let's lift our heels, and as we side bend today, we're gonna keep them lifted. What do you think about that? Tip to the left. Try to keep your heels lifted. If you fell down like me, lift them back up. Come on back into the center. Slow, slow. We have to really move slow when we're balancing. Heels down. Hold on to your left wrist, lengthen your body. Relax your shoulders. Heels rise for the challenge. You're welcome to do it foot flat. Tip to the right. I definitely challenge you to move your eyes off the floor. That is hard. Look forward or up. Down is our safest bet. One more big breath in. Yogis, rise as you breathe in. Heels melt down. Arms open. Fantastic work. Let's release to forward fold on your next exhalation. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Step either foot back and then the other one for downward facing dog. When you get there, yogis, bend both knees and press your chest as far back as you can. Can you touch your chest to your thighs? Drop to your knees for child's pose, but walk your hands, I tent my fingertips, just in front of the outside of your knees, and then lift up to a little crouch. Now we're gonna keep our hands exactly where they are, but we press knees back down, stretching out through the backs of our ankles and our Achilles, and then pull knees back to crouch. Just a 3 more like that. Inhale as we lower. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Stay in your crouch. See if it feels good to press your thighs into your calves. It's like a little rolling pin massage back there. When you're ready, child's pose. Reach forward, and as soon as you find child's, lift your hips back up, downward facing dog. Right leg rises. Take a big breath in. Stay in 3-legged dog. Bend your heel towards your butt and open your knee. Now let your chest follow. It can open in the beginning. And then I'm going to ask you today to try to close your chest. Square it back to your left knee. Keep pulling your right hip open. Move a little bit through your ankle up there. Open and close your toes. Flex and point your ankle. When you're ready, yogis, you're looking forward, straightening your right leg and stepping in between your thumbs. Lunging position. We're opening to extended side angle. Again, the very low version. So I'll help you if you need it. Left foot falls. Right hand comes inside the right big toes. Bring your left hand to your hip. Now just start to open your chest. See how you feel down here. If you're all hunkered in, you don't feel great, I would like for you to try to rise to your right forearm. Rise again. Get yourself feeling really light, and then lean as far as it feels good to you. Any degree of lean to the right, extended side angle. If you're staying low, great. Sweep your left fingers skywards. If you happen to connect your right elbow with your right knee, press it open, gently guiding it towards your baby toe. Beautiful work, yogis. Top arm fall. Swivel back down. Keep your foot just where it is, but lift your left heel. We're going to toe heel our right foot to the left side. Toe heel, toe heel, toe heel, all the way to the left. And where are we? We're landing to the right outside edge for pigeon. That was so cool, right? Just walk your foot to the left side, land in pigeon, and sit very tall, activating our pigeon. Let's pull our knees towards one another like you're scissoring through the thighs again. Big breath in. Don't worry, we have more pigeons coming, so if this one feels kind of tight and creaky, that's normal. We're going to try to work that out. Let's press back up straight to 3-legged dog. Right leg rises. If not, it's okay. You can find regular dog and then lift. Get your right leg back up really straight and strong, and then release, downward facing dog. Let's try that on the other side, yogis. Left leg rises. Breathe in. Bend your heel towards your butt. Open your hip. Allow your whole chest to fan open. Big breath in. And as you keep the hip, square your chest back towards your right knee. Move a little bit through your toes. Point, flex your foot, circle your ankle. Let's re-straighten our left leg. Look forward and step in between your thumbs. Finding a lunge, landing flat through your right foot, bringing left hand inside your big toe, and then move your right hand to your hip. Let's just see where we are. If you're feeling like you can't breathe, this is really not comfy, lift up. Maybe press your forearm down, lift up even more. Find any version of extended side angle. If we have contact with left elbow into knee, gently guide it open. Option to wave your top hand at me. Hey, yogis. Very proud of you today. Good work. Big breath in. Big breath out. Release the hands, frame out your left foot, and then we're going to swivel right heel to the sky. So if your hand got in the way the first time, you can move your hands forward. You're going to toe heel this front foot to the right. Toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. Where do we get? All the way down to the outside edge of our left foot. Sending the right toes back, pigeon pose. Let's keep it tall and activated. So if it's uncomfy, because we're gonna go a few rounds of pigeon today, you're welcome to always bend your back knee. Any way that you are, straight or bent in the back knee, we are scissoring. Watch my hips. Can you see how they're kind of open? Watch what happens when I scissor. That was just me, look, no hands, that was just me squeezing. Squeezing my knees towards one another, squeezing my thighs, scissoring them. Really good work. Let's stay squeezing, but breathe. And when you're ready, yogis, we push back again. Finding our three-legged dog, left leg rises super high. Toes touch down. We're gonna vinyasa in between these sets. Let's roll forward as we breathe in. Exhale, softly lowering our bodies. Full up dog, our option. Baby cobra from round one is still an option as well. So I'm gonna go all the way to up dog, straightening arms, but knees and thighs must rise. Squeeze your buns, unsqueeze your buns. What feels less tense, more open in your low back? Enjoy that version. Open your heart, lift out of your low back. When you're ready, roll back, downward facing dog. Great job, yogis. Let's go on the left side. Breathe in. Breathe out as you step forward right into our extended side angle. Right blade edge swivels down. Okay, we're gonna get a little different in our pigeon this time. Fingers fall. Make space so that your foot can crawl to the right side. Toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. Let it fall. And as you get your back leg adjusted to wherever you like it, we're gonna bring our fingers closer to our left leg to really lift our chest. Take a big in breath. Exhale, float flat back down, and then roll your spine towards the sky. One breath per movement, whatever feels nice in your bodies. Undulating our spine, feeling liquidity and mobility pull into it. We're gonna go for two more here. Take your time, and if you feel a little bit of tightness or rigidity, you can pause in that spot. Just pause there, work it out. Give it space, allow it to maybe release a little or a lot. When you're done with your spinal undulations, retuck your right toes, push left leg high, three-legged dog, and let's open your hip this time, heel to butt. Knee opens, you choose. Yogis, do you want to fan your chest open as well or keep it square? Whatever feels good. Back to three-legged dog, send the foot high, toes drop down. Take a breath in and out in your dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Look forward, step between your thumbs. An extended side angle, and there is no rush here, so take as much time as you need to release your body. Feel the twist, feel the openness, right knee aligned with right hip. Release when you're ready. Top arm down, make space so you can heel toe or toe heel towards the left side. Landing your pigeon and setting your back leg up somewhere that just feels like this. That's where I want you to be. Somewhere that feels so great, you just sigh in happiness. Spinal undulations. Big breath in. Usually we're gonna move our hands closer to our bodies to help us really lift. Flat back on the way down. Curl your spine and roll it back to the top. Whatever breath fits your body here. We want our breath to hug us in all the right places. So just finding it, moving it, bringing it a little bit deeper, a little bit wider, a little bit softer, more like a whisper. Let's try one more, yogis. You know you can always stay if you're really enjoying yourself here. When the time feels right. Tuck your left toes, lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Bend your heel towards your butt. Open your knee. You decide whether your hips and your chest will be open or just your hips, moving as it feels great. Re-extend three-legged dog as you breathe in. Toes down, breathe out. Inhale, plank position. Optional vinyasa. Feel free to stay in dog if it feels better. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend, baby cobra. Up dog from before. Maybe you want to sway or roll around a little bit wherever you are. Push back downward, facing dog. Let's look forward. We're going to hop in between the thumbs this time, or you can step, you can tiptoe. Whatever feels fun, freeing, liberating. Take a big forward fold and roll to rise. We've done a lot on our mat today. Good work. It feels good to get off our hands. Let's take a moment. Let your fingers flash like flashing lights. So we clench a fist and then we flick them open. Just go rapidly. We're just trying to shake out here. Shake your hands. Flash your hands again. Give them a shake. Shake them the other way. Flash them around. And then make a fist and hold and let's roll. Ooh, feels good. Good work. We're gonna get back to our wrists in a moment here, but just let them be really, really free and happy. Reach to the sky. Let's keep our arms open this time. Step your left leg behind, not right behind, yogis, back and behind. Soften your knees, and then as you lift out, think about softening your knees and springing out, tip to the right. Reaching right hand down to the side body, but swivel fingers up to face your armpit. Heel of your hand is pushing into your side. Let's press a little bit, opening more and hopefully folding over our fingertips deeply here. Center we go. Big breath in, step open the arms. As you exhale, right leg crosses back and over, soften your knees, and then tip to the left. Let's drop our left hands. As we find our side body, swivel fingers up to armpit. Heel of hand just helps you open some more. So it gives you a little extra push. Lift, and then just furl yourself over your fingers. I'm not sure if that's a word. I think it's the opposite of unfurl. So I was thinking of you coming down and tighter into your stretch here. One more big breath in. Exhale, come back to the center. Uncross your legs and reach to the sky. Let's go another pigeon round. Third time's the charm. Release to forward fold. Halfway lift, yogis. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Step, step, head on back to your downward facing dog. Let's start with the opposite leg this time. Left leg rises, breathe in. Step forward, extended side angle just for a breath. It's okay if you'd rather just hold your lunge or a pyramid pose. Let's come back to lunge, swiveling, right heel to the sky, and toe, heel, foot to the right, so you can land in your third and final pigeon on this side. Get cozy, yogis, because I got a funky twist for you. Feeling good? All right, let's go. Walk your hands to the right. So we're twisting towards our left foot. Pretty weird, right? All right, it gets weirder. Weird is good. Let's bring our hand on the bottom of our foot and help us twist. Or elbow, left elbow right into that inner arch. It's also a great little massage for the bottom of your foot. High five yourself because you very much deserve it. Now, as you high five yourself, you're gonna press to lift, sternum up to thumbs. Now, how can you soften? This is a big movement. Soften your face. Close your eyes. Turn your nose up towards your right shoulder. Soften your left side of skull. It's okay if you couldn't make it with your hand or your elbow to the twist. Just try to drape yourself over your left foot in some capacity. Hopefully you're enjoying a really nice outer left thigh stretch and a low back twist. One final breath here. Really, really softly, my friends, exhale. Reopen your eyes if they were closed. Release what you have and walk back forward. Let's lift to three-legged dog. If you need to tap into dog first, go for it. I love this goal of just shooting the leg high, though. Lift on up. And instead of three-legged dog with a bent open knee, just move it in and out. Maybe you bring it in and you circle it, or just try to move it in a new way. Maybe you cross it forward in front of the right knee and back. Just find movement, some sort of a new movement to release your outer left hip. When all is good, tap your toes down. Give yourself a little shimmy, a breath in and a breath out in your down dog. And let's move on when you're ready. Right leg rises high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step between the thumbs. Stay here or find a breath in and out. Extended side angle. When you're done that exhalation, release. Back heel rises. Make space so your right foot can go toe, heel, all the way to the left. And settle down. Pigeon pose. But, ready for funky twisted pigeon? Come on over. To the left side we go. So this could be where you stay. This is awesome. Feels so good. Maybe you come lower. Cool, cool. Might touch the bottom of your foot to help you lever into a deeper twist. Or, dun, 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 you deserve it. Give yourself that high five. Press so strong. What happens when we press? Feeling very light in the upper body. Sternum is swiveling towards your thumbs, and then our goal here is to find slow, steady breaths and to soften. Oftentimes the hardest thing. I guarantee that if you bring a little upturn into the corners of your mouth, you will feel softer. Kind of corny, but definitely softer. And if it's too corny, you can envision a smile in your mind. It just brings such a beautiful softness to your space, to your body, to your mindset and your mood. Big breath in. As you breathe out, eyes back down. They softly reopen if they were closed. Let's undo this twist. And it's going to be yogi's twist, but do something different than a hip yawn. We'll just try to move our leg in a really funky, fun way. Tuck your left toes, rise up, three-legged dog. Maybe you're pulling me in and out. Maybe you're pulling it over the left knee and then behind the left knee. Whatever, you might be drawing some circles with it. Just feel free. Our final vinyasa. Tap your toes down. Roll forward, a big breath in. This is completely optional, yogis. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of your choice, staying with your cobras or finding an up dog if it feels good, whatever feels best. Press back, downward facing dog. And one more amazing stretch for our outer thighs, our focus for today. Lift your left leg, big breath in. Stay in your dog, but crunch your knee towards your nose. Flex your left foot. Figure four down dog. That ankle goes over your right thigh. Lift your right heel and bend your right knee so much that your chest pushes back towards your left calf. Feeling pretty awesome here, right? Take a big breath in. All right, my friends, 2 ways to get into standing figure four. I love this way. We're gonna lift our right heels and hop, hop, hop the ball of our foot forward. Stand on up. If that is not something you enjoy, you can go the other way. Walk your hands back towards your toes. No matter what we've chosen, we're gonna rise. Drawing our hands up to our left calf, all the way up to the sky. Hey, welcome back. Soften your shoulders. Hey, so good. We're trying tiptoe stand in our figure four. I'm gonna show you from the side, okay? So we're taking fingers down so that they can support us if we happen to plop, so we don't crash and burn. So fingertips down, lifting your right heel. Figure 4 tiptoe stand. See how I'm on my tiptoes? Try not to fall over. This is a toughie. And then if you can, you might hover your fingertips. If you're really good with your tiptoe poses, you might be able to bring your hands into prayer. When you're done playing that, we're gonna sit down in our figure 4. So let's move our fingers back, land our buns, and then get yourself situated so your buns are as close to your right heel as possible. You feel lifted in your chest, and there's a lot going on in your left outer thigh. Oh, we made it, yogis. That was hard. Breathe in. Now we're safe and secure. Maybe we rock through our legs, just taking a super chill position here. Woo, that was hard work. Okay, I'm glad we're safe for a moment. We have one more challenge since we have 2 legs. We've got to get that other side. All right, and stay still for just a moment. If you are rocking, bring your legs to a soft stillness. Boost again. Pull neck out of shoulders, lift heart away from tail. And then how do you want to get back to table and back to down dog? Might not be easy. I'm gonna roll around the corner, lift my hips from here and just step on back. So it's just whatever floats your boat, my friends. Give yourself a little shimmy in your down dog, shake free. Maybe you're walking the dog, that was a lot on that right leg. Let it be free for a sec. Okay, try again, my friends. Left leg this time. Oh, sorry, I lied. Your right leg, my bad. Your right leg rises. Big breath in. Crunch knee in towards your nose. Flex your right foot and cross it over your left thigh. Did you get it above your knee? So it doesn't feel painful, right? Good. Lift your left heel. We're just gonna send our left knee into a bend so we can join our right calf with our chest. Push your chest back. Maybe you lift your left heel a little more, bend a bit more deeply, and ease into it. When you're ready, yogis, fingers walk back towards your toes, or you hop on the left ball of your foot until you can find your standing figure 4. Isn't that fun? Love that transition. It's so cool. Breathe in. Finding our way down tiptoe, figure 4. This is not going to be an easy one. I really struggle with this one. So I like to put my fingers out so I don't crash and burn. So fingers fall when you trust your left heel, rise it. Braced on the ball of your foot here. And then if you're feeling really good, you might be able to lift your hands. What do you think? Let's breathe. Most importantly, let's believe in ourselves. You can believe in yourself a whole lot, and sometimes your body just does not cooperate. But you never know what you're capable of, so try. If we don't try, we'll never know, right? When you've had enough fun with that, let's bring fingertips to the sides of our bodies, back a little bit, and we have a seat. Soft seat, I hope. Maybe you plopped, it's okay. Get to where you need to be. Buns closer to your left heel for more intensity. Heart lifting higher than your right shin. That's a good challenge. And then you just take a moment to sway. Thank goodness. No more tricks. We made it to safety for the rest of our practice. Softly swaying here. Stillness might be more appropriate, might feel better for you in this posture. Please do whatever your body's craving. And we're going to stay together, or I'm at least going to stay in hopes that you will until 2. But just to give you a 5-minute warning, if you have a 2 p.m. meeting, it is now 1:55, yogis. So if that's the case, we're going to roll around and find standing. But if you're staying, stay right where you are. So for my folks that are leaving, you'll just want to rock around the corner. Find a really soft, maybe a swaying forward fold, and then roll yourself or hinge yourself to rise as you make your way right on out. Namaste. Thank you for coming. For those of you that are staying, we are going to drop our knees, but we're going to stay here. Drop your knees, uncross them. Make sure you scoot around enough that there's no flesh under your tail or sits bones. And then we're gonna grab onto either our shins or our thighs, whatever's most comfy for you. Open knees a little bit and make space between them so you can pull your heart through the window like a cow. And then press your back behind you like a cat. Try one more like this. Big breath in and a big breath out. Holding your angry cat shape, roll yourself all the way down to your mat. For a little core challenge, you can reach your fingers towards your baby toes and use a very slow pace. Activate your lower abdominals, keep your feet flat. Roll down one vertebrae at a time until you're on the mat completely. When you find yourself lying flat, arms reach overhead, toes poke out of hips, and we get the best good afternoon stretch. Lift your navel, open everything on the front body, reach away. Wrap yourself up into a little ball. Hug onto your shins, or again, the backs of your thighs are great as well. And let's take some time here to just rock our knees side to side, massaging over our backs that we really work today. Look over your left shoulder, taking a neck stretch. Look over your right shoulder, opposite side, neck stretch. Eyes back to the center, arms spread wide, knees are still. We tap our toes to the earth, scoot hips to the right, and let your knees fall to the left. Two ways to make this bigger. Right knee crosses over the left, or you can keep the right knee on top and use your left ankle to pull the knee closer to the floor. I'm gonna go for the eagle twist. Wrapped up my legs, right knee over the top, and then when you're twisted and you feel pretty good, let's scoot your eyes back to the right side. One more big breath in here. Exhale, eye gaze back to the center. Maybe you uncross your legs, but traveling back to the ceiling. Scoot hips to the left, knees fall right, and same options. Left knee over the right, eagle wrap, or right ankle over the left knee. What feels better to you? Always try them all because you never know. If you feel a little crunched in your spine, walk your shoulders back, move your head so that your neck is very long, and finish off your twist by looking to the left side. Close your eyes here for these 2 breaths. Just take a moment to really enjoy a beautiful slowing down, a disconnected moment. Connected with your body, your breath, your spirituality, and your emotions, but disconnected from distractions. Inhale once more. As you exhale, eyes find the sky. I encourage you to uncross your knees. Scoot knees back, hips come under your shoulders, and then hug your knees back to your chest and turn to whatever side calls for you. Doesn't have to be a certain side. Use your top hand, press yourself around the corner. We're gonna re-find a tabletop. Tuck your 10 toes under and sit back in your crouch. Hands walk back to your toes, forward fold. From your forward fold, roll yourself. I love to drag my fingers over my body. Roll yourself to standing. This can be really stimulating. It just feels nice. Up your sides, over your neck, your skull. Reach to the sky. Bring your hands down to your heart center and have a moment of gratitude for the time you carved out of your schedule for self-care, for your newfound balance, strength, motivation, I hope, mobility, flexibility, so many good things. Most importantly, connection with minds, bodies, and breath. I bow to you. My light honors yours. Namaste, yogis. Thank you for allowing me to lead you today, and have a terrific rest of your day.